Good morning, Coach T here. Why Wait Be Great is Wednesday and it's winning time. Guys, for today's talk, I think I'm going to talk about get up, go. Get up and go. Listen, it's so many things happening in your life on a daily basis that you can really be discouraged from, bothered from, and put in situations where you have to make moral, ethical decisions. And remember, moral and ethical are words that somebody gave a definition, and a person that most likely gave a definition is the person that probably break all the thoughts pattern of what it's meant to be, right? And that's what I'm finding to be true. Most people that do things are the main people that put these words out there to try to tell folks how to live, how to be, what's wrong with them, or using words to control you and make you feel some type of way so they can do what they do, right? So on a daily basis, you're stuck with something that you gotta make a decision on. And then you have to battle with whether it's good or evil. That's what I'm trying to say. In other words, it's one thing to make one decision, but then it's another thing to be judged by the decision you make. And most people care more about what other folks think of them than what they think of themselves. And I'm speaking about myself, right? For a long time, I did some things and beat myself up based off of what other folks think about me, right? So I'm getting to this point now where I'm kind of being woken to the fact that people project on you what they have going on with themselves. They got some issues going on with themselves and they want to project that on you. They fighting and battling stuff and they want to project it on you. So sometimes you just got to get up and go. You got to just leave that environment. Sometimes you just got to let that environment be, even though it hurts, even though it bothers, even though that's not what you want to be like that with that person. But that person has some issues, right? Some concerns. And they want to take it out on you. At a job, if you have administration and you have people that's in charge and they decide that, hey, they mad at home at other folks, they come in at work, you at work, you slightly do something different than what they would like you to do, and they just go off on you and they go on a rant and they just boom, boom, boom. And what they may be saying has some validity to what you did, but at the end of the day, they're ranting in a different way to make you feel bad, to belittle you. So you just gotta go. There may be another job you want to keep. And if that's a job that you had and you experiencing stuff of that nature, then go. When you at home, in your house, laying in the bed, and you have decisions you need to be made, and all of a sudden, some keep on popping in your head, you need to get up and do this, you need to get up and do this, get up and do it. Get up and go. Don't sit there and keep just wasting your time and doing it, because if you don't know what's gonna come from that decision, right? So many times that little voice in our head is giving us advice, and suggestions, and recommendations, but we so busy worried about what we think and what we know, and we think that that's all that matters. Then you find out that, hey, if you take these actions, it's more that matters, more that's gonna come right from it. I.e., you have job fairs. I know people in the world that saying, hey, I'm good. I was one of those people, guys, for a long time. I'm good. I don't want to work for nobody. I want to work for myself. I want to do this, do that. Then all of a sudden, I start working for myself. And I said, you know what? I see why people don't mind working for somebody else, but I don't understand why they complain every day. All right? I don't understand why they complain every day about working for somebody. So one thing about it is, you work for yourself, you appreciate working for somebody else, and you won't complain when things go bad because you know how hard the job is to start on your own and run and finish it. So you just happy for your little piece of it, right? For me, I didn't like working for other people that when they making decisions, I'm like, I don't agree with that decision, I don't agree with this, I don't agree with this, I don't agree with this. So you know what? I need to get out there and make my own business and do my own thing, because I can make decisions that I agree with, right? And I hope the people that work for me, can just do the job, and they appreciate the fact they got money, they getting paid. So on the flip side to that, the people that's going to work complain about all the decisions and not trying to go out and do their business. Don't keep going to complain about decisions because they don't know how hard it really is. Or maybe they just complain just to be heard. We got a lot of people that just complain just to be heard for attention, right? So, guys, you gotta get up and go. You gotta get up and show yourself approval of. You gotta get up, make decisions that you're gonna just do your very best, right? Because I don't care what decision you make, it's always gonna be wrong in somebody else's eyes. It's always gonna be judged in somebody else's eyes. But you don't have to take on their judgment and put that on you. Get up and go from it. Get up and move from it. Get up and continue to do the best you can. So when it comes to morals and ethics of somebody else's, everybody's morals and ethics is different, right? The people that made the rules so that you could be confused about whether you're doing something ethically right or morally right and morally straight, right? And now you still gonna make a decision for them because they got you in a conflict with something that don't matter. I hope that nail that in the head. You do your very best, no matter how somebody else see it. However somebody see it, they gonna see it. You know what you did out of kindness to your heart, as sincere as possible. That person is projecting something on you to control you, bother you, and it may be right, may be wrong with their judgment, but you ain't gotta accept it and say it is what it is. You can say, okay, I hear what you're saying. I ain't saying be closed-minded. I hear what you're saying. I'll look into it, and I understand why you feel that way or why you see it that way. You, not me. You see it that way. And I apologize if it comes across that way, right? You not apologize for your action. You apologize that it came across to them that way. That's their perception. They grew up in their mom and their dad. They grew up in their culture, their city, their areas, and we all see things different, right? The one thing I'm gonna say before I get off, Cat Williams says a mouthful. I'm disappointed with Cat Williams for revealing all that stuff that he revealed on other comedies and comedians and stuff, people in this field. Anybody talk about outside this field, free game. Anybody outside this field, but any comedian he talk about, I feel like you don't capitalize off the way you make money talking about people in the same field. That's just my personal opinion. Ain't no facts, ain't nothing. Hey, look, I shouldn't go make money. If I'm a school teacher, I don't need to demean the other school teachers to make money. I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that, right? I may be talking about some principals. I may be talking about some superintendents. I may be talking about some other areas, but the teachers off limits for me because we all go through the same struggle and we making our money and I ain't trying to make that. If I talk about them and miss their money, then what if they talk about me and miss my money? You see what I'm saying? That ain't right. We don't want to do that, in my opinion. That's my judgment right there. And that's why I said, in my opinion, I don't believe that's right. He talk about other comedians and dog them, right? But anybody else, rappers, pastors, all them other folks, fair game. That ain't his arena. You can tear that butt up. Go in on it, go ham. That's just me, all right? So nonetheless, dang, I forgot where I'm going with that. So we just need to get out here and do something, make it happen, and be strong, just be consistent, and do your very best. Oh, he said a mouthful when he said words has changed. People using these words different, and these words been meaning the same thing all their life, and all of a sudden people want to use the words for a different cause. And right now, we're buying into the new way of doing things, or the new word they're using it for, and not just saying, hey, that word, this is what that word means. How y'all using this out of context? Nah, that ain't it. That ain't what it do, right? This is what the word means. This word always mean. Come on now, let's go with it. Now, let's get out of that. Let's stay with where it used to be, and then not go with this foolishness that y'all making it be now. I'm agreeing with him on that piece. If I got that right understanding, that's how the understanding I got out of it, right? Somebody else may say, no, he didn't mean it that way, but that's what I got out of it. So like when you read the Bible and get something out of that scripture different than what I got out of it, that's what revealed to me from what he said. So nonetheless, you win by getting up and going. You win by taking action. You win by not staying in bed. You win by not staying in toxic situations. You win by not arguing back and forth with somebody that know it all. You win by being that heartbeat that makes the difference for that person to stay alive, not that skip heartbeat that causes a person to have hiccups or have a heart attack or have a heart murmur. You win by getting up and taking action on your actions and not worrying about how somebody else gonna always perceive it and protect it. I ain't say don't consider it, but don't stress yourself out. Because they gonna consider it how they consider it. They gonna think how they gonna think, and they gonna be how they gonna be. So Coach T, why wait to be great if there's not a great future? Winning Wednesday.